Hi, you're back with Elizabeth. I'm making a chicken salad sandwich today. It has baked chicken breast. The chicken breast is diced into bite-sized pieces. It's got dried cherries, some hickory smoked bacon, and a cocktail that features Irish whiskey and apple cider. My recipe also calls for mayo, celery, celery seed, dill weed, and some walnuts. To prepare the romaine, de-rib it, take out the stock. The chicken, debone the chicken, then chop it into bite-sized chunks. The bacon, of course, fry it until it's nicely crisp or to your liking. I used the cherries because they have a nice deep tart flavor. You could substitute cranberries, though. They're a little less expensive than the cherries are. The Moon Glow cocktail, it calls for fresh ginger. I grated about 2 tablespoons. I'm tripling the recipe for this cocktail today. Now let's go live. Hi guys. Today we're going to make a chicken salad sandwich. As usual, I'm using just ingredients that I have on hand. Last night I made some chicken breast. This is 1 full chicken breast. First off, we're going to make the dressing that goes into the sandwich. So we're going to take just about, say, a couple tablespoons of sour cream. We're going to take some mayo. Then we have some spices, not a lot, just some celery seed and dill. This recipe is going to have a little bit of brown sugar in it. Not tremendous amount because we don't want candied chicken salad sandwiches. And then salt and pepper. Don't go overboard. Some ground black pepper. Just a splash. Just some red wine vinegar. Not a lot. Just to give it a little tang. And a dab of lemon juice. Give it a little more tang. Then we're going to mix it up. Be sure to get all the ingredients mixed together well. Alright, we can set that aside. Let's start on our actual chicken salad. I think this is probably enough for about 2 sandwiches. A little bit of celery. I'm not going to put all of this celery in. I don't think it needs to be overwhelmed with celery. I've got some diced dried cherries and a little bit of walnuts. So then let's pour our dressing on over that and then get it mixed up. So just toss that all together really well. Get everything coated with the mayonnaise mix. Don't want any pockets of mayonnaise left over. It's getting there. all the bottom chicken that's left there is all coated. And there you have it. It's all mixed well. So let's build the sandwich next. I'm just using some 12 or 9 grain bread, whatever it is. And I'm going to butter the bread a little bit, even though it's got all that mayonnaise in there. The butter, I think, adds a little flavor even on its own. And do both sides, because the thing is, there is some moisture coming off of the mayonnaise mixture, the salad mixture, and if you're not going to be eating your sandwich right away, you might want to put a little butter on to kind of act as a barrier to the moisture. So let's put some of the mixture on the bread. And we can be generous. We've got more than enough here for a couple of sandwiches. So let's see how this goes together. And the chicken is cooked well, because you don't want tough chicken in your sandwich. You want it to kind of melt in your mouth when you're eating it. Let's add a little bit here. Kind of make sure every square inch of the sandwich real estate is filled out. And then I've got some romaine. Earlier I deveined it. Oh, wait a minute. One last thing here. We don't want to forget. I actually prepared some bacon ahead of time. So let's put that on. Just some bacon strips to add some little flavor and crispiness to it. And now let's put on the romaine. And you can be a little generous with it. You don't have to be stingy with the romaine. There we have that. And then let's cut it. Make sure it's cut all the way through. Let's see how it turned out. There we go. So we've got quite a bit of salad mixture on it. We've got the bacon and we've got the romaine. Now let's plate it, but before we do that, you know, we have to have a good cocktail. Today I'm making a Moon Glow cocktail. It calls for scotch, brandy, and birch snaps. But schnapps, I guess you could call it. Anyway, I don't have any birch schnapps, and I'm going to stick with using what it is that I have. So I have some Irish whiskey that I think will substitute just fine. The rest of the ingredients I have, so let's get started. First off, we're going to fill a shaker glass up. And we're going to measure out, we're going to do about a combination of about 3 shots of Irish whiskey. Just some whiskey I had on hand. Then we're going to do a dash of bitters. Not a lot, just this little something to kick it off with there. And this recipe calls for a teeny bit of ginger. Not a lot of that either. And a squeeze of lemon. So we'll shake it up. And let's get our glass. It's been in the freezer chilling. Get some ice on that. We'll strain it into our and we'll top it with about 3 ounces of apple cider. The garnish for it is rosemary, and I have a whole bush of rosemary out front, so I'll slide that in there. Put in a little slice of ginger, and that's it. That'll be to go with our chicken sandwich today. Okay, let's plate it now. I'm going to go a little fancy. I'm treating myself today. This is my lunch. Anyway, we'll set our sandwich on our tray. And I'm going to have some cranberry sauce with my sandwich. I think that goes good with a chicken sandwich. So I'm going to take a little slice off of a roll of cranberry sauce, and it's not overly sweet, so I think that it goes with the meal. Anyway, I've got a little bowl to put my cranberry sauce in, and I'll have a little spoon that goes with it. So then that's our chicken salad sandwich. So let's take it in the other room, and I'm going to sit down and have lunch. The reality is I haven't had breakfast either, so this is actually brunch. Now we're going to try the sandwich, and here's where I eat most of my meals. I spend a lot of time at home, obviously, during the coronavirus pandemic. So I kind of have my meals to myself and can get fancy or get simple. But today we're going to go a little bit fancy. Anyway, I'm looking forward to trying the chicken sandwich. So here goes. Wow, looks good. Pretty meaty sandwich. Got the bacon and the chicken and the lettuce. All right. You can taste the bacon. The cherries add some chewiness to it. Wow. That's the best chicken salad mix I've had. It used to be in the old days, downtown, there was a department store called Frederick and Nelson, and they were noted for their chicken salad sandwiches, but the reality is I think this one's better. Uh-oh, who do we have here? No. Uh-oh, Marley's here. This is what I spend my time doing when I'm eating in here and she's loose. She jockeys for position to try to get to my food. Her and I have fights over this. This is what single people do that are locked down during the COVID era. Anyway, I'm going to have some of the cocktail. Well, that's pretty good. You know what? The rosemary imparts some flavor to the cocktail. So it's got a little bit of ginger, but not a lot. The apple cider and the Irish whiskey, I think that's a good pairing. Wow. I think I'll have some more of that. Anyway, that's my chicken salad sandwich lunch. I hope you enjoyed it. The Moon Glow cocktail, be sure to try that out. And thank you for sharing and visiting, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.